Jury comes back. So this is the criminal lawyer breaks down what it means. I haven't seen this because I'm curious to get the insight with this for sure.
Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer.
What?
He's the criminal lawyer. Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And what he do? And he's gonna react to all the self-snitching.
Wait, what?
And it's
Bro, this guy is awesome. What the fuck? He's just chilling. Yeah, this intro goes hard. He's got his own intro and everything. Holy shit.
gonna react to all the self-snitching.
I love this guy. Uh-huh.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to a late breaking edition of CLR, Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, board certified criminal defense lawyer. And the jury today had a question. Now, when the jury deliberates, if they have some kind of issue,
Stop
whether it's a technical
self-snitching.
issue with the equipment they have,
Unless it's outside
or
the statute of
evidence, or
limitations.
they want testimony read back, or whatever, they can ask the judge. They can pass a note to the judge.
Yeah.
Anything that pertains to the trial. They take the note to the judge. Then the judge has to call the parties into the courtroom and read the statement out loud.
Is volume good
So
here?
it calls in, and your clients are generally not there unless it's a criminal case. So let's just watch what the judge.
I think
has
this
to
should be
say.
good.
So, as we go.
All right,
Let
here
me
we
just
go.
read into the record the question.
Now it's good. All right, go.
Basically, in regards to number C, items 1 and 3, and number C is a jury instruction on the finding instruction for the online article title. The question is, does question number 3, the statement is false, pertain to the headline, I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath, or does it pertain to the content of the statement, everything written in the op-ed? So I think the confusion came in this particular one because the statement in question is the title of the op-ed. So I think they're just confused as whether it's the whole op-ed or just the title is the statement. And it's
Okay,
clear that the
that
title
makes
is the
sense.
statement. So I was going to answer to say the title is the statement in question.
Yeah,
for
we saw
number
this
3.
before.
Does that seem appropriate to everybody?
Okay, we don't need to
Yeah, we
watch
saw
the rest
this.
of it because it's kind of boring. But in essence, this is what you can learn from a jury's question. You can kind of peer into their thought process. Now, what does this mean? Well, I've got the verdict form.
Yeah, basically he's saying like the questions that they're asking are going to indicate the mindset that they're having and what they're looking at, which makes sense.
right here.
Like how he says
So
it's
the
boring.
first question, the very first question is, as to the statement appearing in the online op-ed entitled "Amber Heard, I spoke up against sexual violence
Yeah.
and face our culture's wrath, that has to change," in the Washington Post online edition. I spoke up against the sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. Okay, that's what the judge was just talking about.
Yeah,
And
we
I think
saw
this
that.
has to do with the tweet. And the first question is, do you find that Mr. Depp has proven all the elements of defamation?
Yes.
The answer is yes or no.
Right.
Now, if they answer yes,
It's actually a really good point because she literally said spoke up against sexual violence. So it's not like her talking about like domestic abuse or something like that. She did say explicitly sexual violence. That's a good fucking point. Yeah, it's specifically fucking, yeah. Like she said that like 100%.
on.
I mean, yes, 1 and 2, yeah.
But if they answered no, you go down to the second question. So what can we glean from that?
Because, like, yeah, if, like, he's suing her for defamation and she said that he committed sexual violence against her, she said that, then it doesn't really, like, then like, yeah, talking about, like, verbal abuse is outside of the, yeah, that's outside of it. That's not the whole part of it. I didn't even realize this. Holy shit.
What we can glean from that is that they answered yes. This is big. This is breaking fucking news, folks.
Yeah.
If you believe that he has proven
realize it. I didn't think
all
of
the
it.
elements of defamation, then you proceed to the next
Wow.
questions. The next question is, if you answered yes,
This is a
please
lot bigger than I
answer
thought it was.
yes or no to the following questions. So you don't get to these questions, the question that she just said, unless you answer yes to the first question. That is, whether or not Mr. Depp has proven defamation. So the jury has answered that in the affirmative. We know that. So then the next statement question they asked, the statement was published by Miss Heard. The statement was about Mr. Depp. And the third one that she just asked, the statement was false.
Right.
And then the statement has a defamatory implication about Mr. Depp. And the defamatory implication was designed and intended by Miss Heard. And due to the circumstances surrounding the publication of the statement, it conveyed a defamatory implication to someone who saw it other than Mr. Depp.
It was just so obvious. Like, why? Like, it's like that was the day that there was like a huge hashtag boost in justice for Johnny Depp. Well, I wonder why. Maybe it's because everybody that fucking saw that knew that it was explicitly about him. It was so obvious, man.
This is big news because that first element, do you find that they've proven defamation, they've answered that in the affirmative. You can infer that from what the judge just read.
Yeah.
So now they're going to go through and they answer all the rest of these. But this is very, very good news for Johnny Depp. Very bad news for Amber Heard.
Yeah,
now,
like I totally it must have like fucking like skipped past me. Like I totally fucking forgot about this part. Absolutely, yeah, because like remember whenever Rotten Boy went up there and he said explicitly that if Johnny Depp had committed any abuse against her, that it would not be defamation. But then the jury comes back and they say, actually, the title says sexual violence and not just any sort of abuse. You see what I mean? Like, that's a massive fucking difference. That's so good.
We don't know the answer to the rest of the questions, but they're all pretty similar. Because then you go on to the second part of it. If you answered yes to each subpart, so let's say they answered yes to all the other subparts that I just read to you. If you answered yes to each of the subpart of question 1A, then answer the following question. Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven by clear and convincing evidence that Ms. Heard has acted with actual malice?
Yes.
In other words, was she acting out of an
How
evil
is that
heart?
even a question?
Was she trying to hurt him, basically? No question in my mind that's going to be yes. So then you go to the second part.
My man.
As to this statement
My man.
appearing in the op-ed, this is the actual op-ed, not the online portion of it, a transformative moment for women in the Washington Post print edition, and the online op-ed, Amber Heard, I spoke up against violence and faced the culture's wrath. That has to change.
Yeah, it sure does.
Then 2 years ago, I became a public figure representing domestic abuse, and I felt the full force of our culture's wrath for women who speak out. And you answer all those questions again. Number one, do you find that defamation has been proved by Johnny Depp? Answer yes or no, and you answer the same questions for that one. And then, number three, as to the statement appearing in the op-ed entitled "A Transformative," this is just more of the same. So, I think this is really good for Mr. Depp. Really bad for Amber Heard. And then the last page of the
Bro, if I made this, I didn't. As I said, man, like I did not make this connection. Now that I see this, bro, I don't see how she wins. I actually don't see how she wins. Like, this, in my opinion, like, yeah, that's a completely different situation. I didn't even realize that it was like a sexual violence. Like, it was she explicitly said sexual violence. I guess, like, I just kind of, there was so much else going on. As I said, I just glossed over it. Holy fuck. This is a big dub. Yeah, it's a mega dub. Told you yesterday? Yeah.
The verdict form as it pertains to Mr.
I don't remember
Depp
what the title was.
Are the damages. So I think the question is they've answered it in the affirmative, and I think it's going to be that way all along the line. That's my guess. whenever you get a question for the jury, lawyers love getting questions from a jury because as you're sitting here waiting, you've seen
It gives you an
deliberated
idea.
all day today, a good portion of Friday. They're getting through this, but it's a slog because it was a 6-week trial. It's a very long and complicated verdict form. You know, they have a mountain of evidence to get through. I think they've formulated their opinions, and they're working their way through this methodically.
I think that's good.
I can't tell you how much we love getting these questions because then we think we know what the jury's thinking. But
absolutely.
It may just be one juror that would like to know the answer to a particular question.
There's that too.
However, you don't get to those questions. You know, that's the thing about a civil verdict form is that do you find liability? Because you don't get to damages unless you've gotten through liability.
Right.
So in this case, do you answer affirmatively in that first question? And then they have to answer all the other subparts. And if they answered yes to the first question, they found defamation. He's halfway home. So,
I mean, I feel like that's huge right there in itself. Like, if they're able to just prove that there was defamation, I mean, I think that's obviously, like, Johnny's, but it doesn't mean anything. I mean, it means a lot in my opinion. I think it does. This is tremendous. Is someone chainsawing? Yeah. Just for anybody that didn't know, I would basically, like, we had a scheduling problem yesterday, and I actually did not plan on having work done on my house today, but it just kind of happened, and so I'm having work done on my house, and my dad's taking care of it. That's why he was over here earlier today, and that's what it was. So yeah, it's not really renovations, but like basically there's like a bunch of dead trees and shit that they're cutting down. They're trying to like get everything cleaned out for me. It's too bad, but like I didn't want to have to like try to force them to reschedule because like they had taken out the whole day for this, and like I just felt bad for them, you know. And so I just I didn't want to do that.
Thank you very much for watching. Remember to subscribe, follow, like us on, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram.
Just a good video.
And if we have more questions, anything else pops up, we'll try to get to you right away. We'll see you next time here on Criminal Lawyer Reacts.
Yeah, that was a good video. Like, yeah, I really like. Yeah, I'm gonna link that video. Like, this guy knows what the fuck he's talking about. Like, goddamn, barely audible, really? No, I bet it is. Like, I don't think it's gonna be super loud either. I'm gonna play his intro. All right, we do the intro one more time.
He's the criminal lawyer. Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer.
Oh my God.
React to all the self-snitching.
As I said, bro, like, this is the best one. He's got 3 guns in the background. The criminal lawyer right there, man. Holy fucking shit. Wow. Stop the self-snitching. Yeah, this video was great, man. Like, I didn't even know anything about this.